A Cybertruck is a useless and ugly car that resembles a toy. No, we are not saying it is. Cybertruck hit the streets with a whole lot of controversy. Did it look like a new age design or a disappointment? At the same time, traditional automakers like GM have a lot to unpack before hitting a milestone in sales. Is GM withdrawing from the EV market? It's been a tough season for General Motors. Their stock has been falling recently, and it's been down for the week and the month. One reason for the drop might be GM's recent news about their electric vehicles. Yesterday, GM said they're delaying the start of their second electric truck plant and the first Buick EV. A 6-month delay in updating the Michigan truck plant means GM won't meet its goal of making 1 million EVs in North America by 2025. This isn't great news for a company that seemed very focused on EVs, but it doesn't mean GM is giving up on electric vehicles. GM's chief financial officer, Paul Jacobson, said they're still quickly ramping up production at several EV battery plants. He also mentioned that once GM makes 200,000 units by the fourth quarter, they expect their EVs to start being profitable. So the story starts with Mary Barras and her hollow or exaggerated promise. Barra was optimistic about hitting a target of 1 million EVs in North America by 2025. This is surprising news. It seems unlikely they will hit 2 million globally either. And now she has lost all the confidence, and she admitted it seems to be an unrealistic expectation. However, this isn't because GM can't produce EVs or that there's no demand for their EVs. No, it's claimed there isn't a demand for EVs in general. But how can that be true when Tesla's Model Y sold 1.2 million units last year, while GM can't even sell 100,000? GM is saying there's no demand for their EVs right now. What's the status of EV market growth now? Even though GM can't sell 100,000 EVs in a year across all their models, Mary Barra says there's no problem with demand. But we think GM does have a demand problem for their EVs, even if there isn't a lack of demand in general. EV sales are up in 2024, despite what some people say. It's expected that 2.4 million more EVs will be sold in 2024, compared to 2023, reaching 16.6 million globally. In 2025, sales are expected to jump to 20 million. This means EV sales are expected to double from over 10 million in 2022 to over 20 million in 2025. So it looks like there is a lot of demand for EVs. It will be very interesting to see when GM will actually deliver 1 million EVs in North America. Meanwhile, Cybertruck got a whole lot of hype. Many thought Elon is bluffing, as for the longest time known there was no update. It almost seemed as if it was a fake announcement. Despite all the doubts and claims that it was just a stock pump, it has proved everyone wrong. It's more than just a pickup truck. The Cybertruck did very well in the overall EV market in the US. It was the 5th best-selling EV in the country, with 3,970 units sold in May alone, almost 4,000 units in 1 month. Tesla is actually keeping up with the production and delivery of 1,000 units a week for the Cybertruck. In contrast, the second best-selling EV pickup truck in the US was the Ford F-150 Lightning, with 2,353 units sold. So the Cybertruck had quite a lead in May. In third place, we find Rivian with their R1T, not GM. GM's Silverado EV only sold 668 units. GM's Hummer EV had only 359 units sold, which is pretty low. So the Cybertruck is already outselling the Hummer EV, even though the Hummer has been in production since the end of 2021. People said Tesla's Cybertruck was too late since the Hummer EV and the F-150 Lightning came out first. Well, that prediction didn't age well. Even GM's nice-looking Silverado EV combined with the Hummer EV sales is only about 25% of Cybertruck sales in May. Sure, 1 month doesn't tell the whole story, but we're seeing more and more celebrities in the US driving their Cybertrucks. It's the hottest car around, and nothing comes close to the cool factor of the Cybertruck. To all the haters who said the Cybertruck was only for Silicon Valley people, Tesla has just posted a new video showing off its amazing off-road capabilities, and it looks really cool. The Cybertruck, with its stainless steel body and sharp angles, stands out from other vehicles. Elon Musk is also making headlines, even more than usual. Interestingly, the Cybertruck has managed to upset both EV fans and traditional truck enthusiasts. At the same time, people who never thought about owning a truck are now interested in it. The term electric is the least controversial aspect of the Cybertruck. Usually talks about new EVs focus on their environmental benefits or driving ranges. However, with the Cybertruck, people are discussing pedestrian safety, car design, and Musk's unpredictable nature. Since Musk revealed the Cybertruck in 2019, about 2 million people have placed a $100 reservation for it. Building the Cybertruck at Tesla's new Austin plant has been extremely challenging. Making cars from stainless steel, like the DeLorean sports car in the 1980s, is tough. Tesla has struggled to shape the material precisely on an assembly line. Last month, Musk told investors that Tesla had dug its own grave with the Cybertruck. He also said that they wouldn't reach their goal of making 250,000 Cybertrucks a year until 2025. This could be Musk's way of managing expectations in case the initial excitement doesn't lead to strong sales. Jim Farley has even said that the Cybertruck isn't a real pickup truck, probably because he's a bit intimidated by it. Tesla only sells the high-end Cybertruck version that costs $100,000, while the Ford F-150 Lightning starts at $57,000. If this is any hint of the future, we can see where things are going. People once said the Model 3 would never be successful and the Model Y would flop, with Mark Spiegel even calling it a weird car. But the Model Y became the best-selling car in the world. We expect the Cybertruck to keep climbing the sales ladder, putting other EV pickup trucks to shame, and making Mary Barra's claims look even worse. Their lineup of EVs looks even weaker as they talk about demand problems, with only about 22,000 units sold in a quarter for all their EVs combined. If Tesla keeps increasing production as expected, it might produce and sell as many Cybertrucks in Q4 as GM does with all its EV models combined. The Cybertruck didn't just win in May, it seems to have led all of Q2 as well. According to a chart from AJ, Tesla's production ramped up from 2,800 units in Q1 to 8,755 units in Q2. The total truck market is at a moderate level due to high interest rates and other factors. For the first time, EV pickup trucks have taken over 2% of the truck market. What does the EV future look like? Meanwhile, the EV market may face a huge challenge in the future. Donald Trump has said that if he becomes president, he will end EV incentives. However, we think this might have the opposite effect of what he hopes. He mentioned that he would end the electric vehicle mandate on his first day, claiming this would save the US auto industry. But if he does this, Tesla is likely to continue winning. The automakers he says he will help might enjoy a short-term benefit because they won't have to sell EVs that are losing them money. But slowing down in the race for EV dominance doesn't seem like a smart move since the world is moving in that direction. The possible removal of the $7,500 EV tax credit by the US government is a big challenge. However, Tesla is in a strong position to handle this and even outperform traditional automakers who depend heavily on these incentives. If Tesla introduces robot taxes in the next 12 to 18 months, it could change everything for Tesla, potentially for the better, and make traditional automakers look outdated. The older automakers are also dependent on hybrid incentives and have just started focusing more on hybrids. If the EV tax credit is removed, they would lose it for hybrids as well. Manufacturers relying on the tax credit for hybrids might find themselves at a disadvantage, as hybrids could become less appealing to customers, leading to a potential drop in sales. We'll see how things unfold if Trump becomes president again and how this all plays out. What do you think will happen to other EV ventures like Ford, GM, and Chinese EVs? Given that Tesla maintains the top spot, will they ever be able to generate a demand for their brand? We would love to hear your thoughts on this. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe button to watch more such content. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Until next time, see you all.